This was so hard to get my hands on. I can't believe I finally got it. Not even all of it, but some of it. This is the Essence Coffee to Glow collection, part of it. Again, not the full thing. I did order the full thing from Ulta, and I only got these two pieces. I got the eyeshadow palette and the highlighter brush, which honestly were the two pieces I wanted most anyways. But I ordered this weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and I just don't have any hope anymore that I'm going to receive the rest of everything anytime soon. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick review on these two items, and then if the other things come in, great. If not, at least we have this, right? Let's enjoy what we have. This is the eyeshadow palette. This shocks me because this is pretty much a dupe. I wouldn't say shade-wise, but material-wise, I don't even know what to call it. Like, formulation-wise, these two shades are so clearly a ripoff of Huda Beauty. I'm just like, is that okay? Like, is that okay to do? Also, this shade right here, everyone, in every review, everyone's like, that shade makes me want to puke. They're like, that's disgusting. That look is gross, everything. And to this shade also, but this type of swirl pattern, people didn't like this either because they were like, depending on where you swirl, it's going to be a different color. So I feel like if Essence had just waited to see what people were saying about the Huda palettes, the nude pinkish one that came out, Rose Quartz, I feel like they shouldn't have come out with these two shades. So not only is it like a blatant ripoff of Huda, it's also two shades that no one seemed to like, at least from the reviews that I saw. So in my opinion, it's curious. I don't know. It makes me feel weird that it's such a blatant copy of Huda. Anyways, we also have the highlighter brush, and this is supposed to smell like coffee, so we will see if that's true. I think maybe we'll do the highlight first and then we'll do the eyes. So let's go into the highlighter brush. It doesn't smell like coffee. Well, maybe a little bit. It more so smells like chemicals. And I'm just like shoving it right up my nose, but yeah, I mean, there's a faint hint of coffee. It's not a good coffee though. It's kind of like the coffee that you get at work. It's not like Starbucks coffee. It's okay. I don't love that. It smells a little sweet, a little chemically, and a little bit like bad coffee from work. There you go. Let's get a highlighter. So we're gonna use the Maybelline Master Chrome because I figure if we're testing a brush, a highlighter brush, we might as well use the most blinding highlight I own, right? It's kind of a big brush to be a highlighter brush, but I'm just gonna go in lightly then for now. I also have a very strangely small face. I haven't worn this highlight in a minute, and oh, I forgot how blinding it was. The brush is decent. I think if you're gonna get it because you think it smells like coffee, don't get it for that reason. If you need a highlighter brush, it's nice. It is a little bit big though for my taste in highlighters. I like mine to be a little bit more precise, so I think I would even more so use this for blush or something. But let's go down the nose so I can just look like a lighthouse. I'm gonna be so shiny. I recently bought some of the e.l.f. brushes, and I would say this one is softer than that, so that's really nice. It's a very soft brush. Let's move on to the eyeshadow, which is really the star of the show. And I feel like I should clip my hair back just because it might get serious in here, you know, as eyeshadow often does. So as I was saying, these consistencies, specifically these two, look like dupes for the Huda Rose Quartz palette, and I know she's come out with some shades like this in the past. This is more of a brown coffee type of palette, so it's not going to be those rosy pinky tones, but I do think that this leans a little bit more pinkish in undertone. It's not a pink palette at all, but I do think that there's more like reddish pinkish undertones. So I don't know how, like, did they know about Huda before they came out with this? Did they know that she was launching this before them, basically? Because I feel like they just saw that and copied it and saw how popular it was. I do like Essence products a lot. I think that they're really great. I'm Trying to find a brush. I'm just gonna go in. There are no names on these, so I guess I'll just point. Let's go in to this lightest shade right here and just use this as a transition shade. I have not used this. I did swatch it because I really wanted to know about those copycat shades. Let's just blend her on out. Blenderoo. I went onto the Essence website. It wasn't on the website. It was only on Ulta.com. So I ordered it from Ulta.com about 2.5 weeks ago. Still only have these two products. There also is a highlighter. Like, it's actually kind of cool. They're like loose coffee beans. I got that, didn't come in the mail. I got the lip scrub, didn't come in the mail. What else? There was one more thing and I'm forgetting what it was. Oh, this is the whole reason I wanted it, was because they had like a caffeine type of under eye cream, and I really wanted that because I thought it sounded like from the description that it went well under makeup and concealer, and my eyes look so dry all the time, especially in the winter. So I was like, I really want to try that, and it was super, super affordable. But as I was just saying, I only received these two products, and I am at this point, I have no hope left that I'm gonna get the other three, so this might just have to be it. But I do think out of the entire collection, these two are the most interesting, just because, I mean, eyeshadow palette always, and then if you're gonna claim that your product is gonna smell like something, you know I wanna see if that actually is true. Either way, if I don't get it, it's fine, or if it takes a really long time, that's okay too. It's just, I just wanted to show you, and then I was like, I guess I shouldn't wait anymore. But I'm just saying, this was hard to get, and you can't really find it anywhere else but Ulta. I'm gonna go into this shade over here. I do have to say, this shade and this shade look very similar, and then this one and this one not so similar, but similar enough where I feel like they definitely could have done something different with one of these two and maybe made one of these brighter or darker. Honestly, I feel like this shade is just a waste of time. Anyways, let me go into that corner shade, and I'm just gonna place this where I want it. Ooh, that's actually very, very pretty. There's the eyes so far. I think that they look really nice. The shadows are blending really nicely. It's not the most pigmented palette I've ever used, but that is absolutely fine with me. I actually prefer it to be a little bit less pigmented because I find it easier to work with. I'd rather have to build up than put too much on and then have to buff it out, you know? So let's go in with a shimmer. So let me quickly just swatch the three shimmers. So you can see a gold with a little bit of like a pinkish undertone. There's a lighter gold, and then this is the two different color swirls. So there's like a white and brown in that one pan, and let me see. Yeah, that one's more of like a rose gold. I think I'm gonna go in with the swirly one all over my lid and then do this more like champagne one in the inner corner. So I'm just gonna use my finger for these. All right, that's pretty. They're not the most vibrant shimmers I've ever used, so I'm gonna go get a setting spray or just some type of liquid so I can try wetting my brush and then putting that on. I will be right back. And hopefully it'll show up more pigmented and more sparkly, because we always need more sparkle, right? That was not a real question. That was a rhetorical question. I know we all want more sparkle. Okay, this is just not showing up that much on the lid. It's just not translating as sparkly as I would like on the lid. Maybe I'll go over it with the darker glitter shade. Let's see. Oh, I would definitely say that one's more glittery. Oh yeah, there's much more shimmer. That's weird. That is very interesting that the darker gold shimmer is just, it's more vibrant. Let's go in with the more champagne one now. I need to get another brush. We're gonna do another spritz, because if I learned anything from last time, it's that they need a little spritz to get going. I like to avoid using setting sprays or any type of liquid on my eyeshadows if I can, because I know that some of them can get ruined by doing that, and obviously I don't want to ruin my precious, precious eyeshadows. I always try to go in with my finger first, and then if it doesn't work, I will go in with a setting spray. But we had to in this case. We had no choice. It's not as shiny and glittery as the one on the bulk of my lid, but it's also not as bad as the swirly one. I do think this is a pretty palette. I mean, for the price, I really can't complain. This is turning out really pretty. I don't have much complaint about this. Shimmers aren't as poppin' as I would like, but again, for the price, I could easily just go over top of this with like a glitter shadow or something, or a liquid eyeshadow, and be perfectly content. So I'm gonna go into the darker shade out here and really just redefine that outer corner for some depth. I'm just gonna blend out the edges so that everything is seamless and really blended out. And then we'll do some brow bone highlight. And then with my inner corner, I think I'm just gonna do my highlighter. But before we do that, since I wanna show you all the shades, I mean, really the only one I didn't use was this one, which is kind of just like a brown. Let's go into the weird Huda shade. I'm just gonna call it that because they don't have names. And this is supposed to be glossy, so I'm gonna put it on my brow bone and see if it actually does anything. It kind of just feels like Vaseline, like a lip balm or something. Okay, I see a little bit of a shine there. I mean, I don't know how you would really use this on your lid, because if you put it on top of shadow, it's going to pick up the shadow. I mean, it's okay. It's not really my favorite, but you can see it's just like, there's no color in it. It's really just like a gloss. So if you wanted to put this all over your eye and do a gloss eye look, I think that could be cool, but I don't know, it's just not really my thing. You know what? We're gonna give the swirly another shot. Let's put it under my brow bone. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Now it's definitely showing up more because I put it over that sticky base. So it definitely kind of sticks to that, but again, it's just not as bam as the other two glitters in here. Like that one is, yeah, that one's definitely more shiny. Since we did not use this brownish color, let's go in with that and line the lower lash line. And I'm just gonna smoke it out and really bring it as far in as it wants to go. I know that sounds crazy, but the way that my eye is shaped, it kind of just has a natural end point of where I put the shadow. Like where it starts to get all wrinkly, I kind of just stop. Let's see, I'm gonna go into this shade and just buff that really, really close to the lash line as an eyeliner type of situation. I really like this brush, it's from e.l.f. I did a full face of makeup with e.l.f. brushes review. I will link that down below if you are interested, but this is definitely one of my favorite ones, and it was like $2, and it's just like the perfect lower lash line smudger brush size. I'm gonna go do eyeliner and mascara, and then I'll be right back to discuss my thoughts. All right, I'm back. Makeup is done. I just put on some mascara, some upper waterline eyeliner in black, lower lash line white eyeliner, and this is the look. I think that it's nice. Oh, I also just set my brows with some clear brow gel, but I think that the palette it's really nice, and I think especially for the price, it's really nice. It's really nice for the price. The mattes blended out really, really easily, so you get 3 mattes. These 3 right here, and then this is a matte with a glitter in it, and then these are just straight up glitters right here, and then this is the weird Huda type shade that is like a gloss, I guess, but it's not even that glossy. I think that one's kind of a dud, but all the other shades I think are nice. I think that the 2 glitters that aren't the swirly one are better than the swirly one, but the swirly one still works. It's just not as vibrant. I do really like the eyeshadow palette. If you want it and you can get your hands on it, I definitely think it's a good buy. I'm just warning you, it might take a while to get to you, but I do like it. I do think it's nice. And then where's my highlighter brush? Here we go. I do think that the highlight brush is nice. It's a little bit big for me to be a highlight brush, but if you want to do like a soft diffuse highlight, this definitely will get the job done. I already have a brush hair coming out. Okay. But I think it's nice. It's super soft, and again, for the price, I mean, Essence has some of the best, if not the best prices at the drugstore or any store for that matter. So yeah, definitely both of these coffee to glow items are great. Overall, I think that these 2 items are really great, a really great affordable price. I wish that they were more available and you didn't just have to order it from Ulta and that they actually came in. But again, if you can get your hands on it, I do approve. I check mark it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this informational, helpful. Maybe if you wanted to get this, you now have a little bit more info. And please, before you leave, subscribe, comment down below, like this video. You know the drill. Please just press all of the happy buttons on the page and I will see you in my next video.